So one good example, again, I'm going to come back to this company I know well since I'm an original investor, is Outreach. And one example that I think is pretty interesting is when Outreach started in 2014. It was a little bit unclear to see how you could build $1 billion business in the shadow of Salesforce. Outreach is sales enablement software, and the insight that Outreach developed was that they didn't build just a cheaper, easier CRM, and in fact, many companies had been trying to do that for many years. And it seems pretty obvious. But it's wrong to think that Salesforce is really expensive, and frankly, it's not that great, and it's clunky and has a lot of features that many people don't use. So why don't I just build something easy? And none of those companies have been very successful because just building a cheaper, easier version of Salesforce is playing Salesforce's game. It's not coming up with a new category, and it just hasn't been successful. But what Outreach thought was that Salesforce isn't really the tool where salespeople spend their whole day. Salesforce is the tool that salespeople use after they're done working to update their accounts. So it's almost like the time that salespeople are using Salesforce is time when they're not working, they're not doing their core job. And so Outreach set out to build the platform where salespeople would actually spend all their time when they were working and selling, as opposed to the time when they were updating their records and doing their accounts. And they came up with this whole term called sales enablement. And so today, most of their marketing is around the concept of sales enablement, and they promote their competitors, and they promote a lot of adjacent companies that may build competing products because they think that establishing this category as a multi-billion-dollar category is going to create market pull. So customers think about sales enablement, and then when they think about sales enablement, then they will go to do their research and buy Outreach, which happens to be the best company because they established the category. And so I think it's a really great way of marketing and building market pull. So customers are looking to find you rather than having to go out and find customers, which is really hard and really expensive these days in this day and age of marketing oligopoly between Facebook and Google. So Outreach is a unicorn. They just announced they raised their Series F, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, at 1.3 billion. But what does this mean to small